Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram is at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we're talking Love Island USA Season 7, y'all. And postseason, there's so much going on, you guys. So as y'all know, tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to all of y'all. And for those of y'all that, that celebrate it and all of the things. And we need to discuss some things, right? Because as y'all know, season 2 of Beyond the Villa is filming, right? So I believe Taylor and Clark are in North Carolina and are spending Thanksgiving with Clark's family. Now, quick briefer to season 6. Janae is hosting in Las Vegas Thanksgiving, and also Serena and Cordell are celebrating in Houston this year for Thanksgiving. I believe CHELLEY and Ace are going to be celebrating Thanksgiving with CHELLEY's family. And what CHELLEY's family does is they go somewhere different across the U.S. every Thanksgiving and celebrate it there. And from my understanding, this year, unless something has changed, tentatively, CHELLEY's family is going to be celebrating Thanksgiving in Houston as well, right? However, y'all are here because y'all want to talk about Pepe and Iris being official and why the fans are not sending them hate. Why are they not mad about them being a couple? Why are they not getting scamming and PR allegations and blah, 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 right? So what happened was a couple of days ago, on Iris's page, she posted officially coupled up, and it was like a photo shoot of her in the car with TJ, right? And then the caption said officially coupled up, and then the song selection, the song choice was Jay-Z and Beyonce's, well, Jay-Z's song, but yes, Bonnie and Clyde was playing. And so Jeremiah was in the comments saying his vanilla wafers. Andreina was saying her favorite couple, which I'm a little bit confused about that because she's been saying something different in interviews, but nonetheless, that was that. But she got over 1 million likes. JD was in the comments. Clark was in the comments saying so happy for y'all. Hannah was in it as well because that's her bestie. Austin was sending heart emojis. So a lot of the cast was very supportive of this, right? And people are mad, like even Amaya, she's sending smile emojis and all the things. And people are upset about this. They are not happy that people are embracing TJ and Iris. And I am here to tell you guys a couple of reasons, right? Why people are not having backlash about TJ and Iris and, what happened after the villa. Somebody called TMZ for TJ and Iris to have their quote-unquote closure conversation. And then Iris went on, to be with Pepe, and they did a little bit of press, not much compared to the other Islanders. And, then next thing we have the alleged cheating scandal, the alleged that somebody get busy in a golf club resort hotel lobby. We don't know, but nonetheless, that had sparked everything, that it sparked the unfollows, that it had sparked a few days later announcing the breakup and all of the things, right? And so none of the less, then we start to see TJ come back around, more so around New York Fashion Week. This is all back in September, y'all. This is all back in September because it was convenient for Amaya and Brian to announce their breakup too, right before the reunion. like the day of the reunion and everything else, they're like, all right, y'all, we don't gotta keep playing with y'all. The reunion filmed a month ago, so we are going to or a few weeks prior, so but we couldn't make it work until then. So we'll announce it now. So anything that you see right now, it's technically old footage, right? It's old footage, present state. We're not doing this, right? So you fast forward now to November, and the fans are not concerned about TJ and Iris. And there was a little bit of attention that the fans paid to the Amaya and Brian drama, in which their support immediately went to Amaya, and they went on an unfollowing spree on Brian a little bit and all of that. And then Pepe got a little bit, you know what I'm saying, got a little bit of unfollowing. But people, they're focused in too much on the other Islanders. See, that's the problem. Y'all are focused in on the Stan Wars of the other Islanders. That for a while, Huda was able to come across unscathed and still get major brand deals until this inward incident happened, right? But they were about to, it was about to be, Huda, Amaya, and Iris everywhere presenting themselves as the PPG of the season. Because y'all were not focused in on supporting your faves without throwing shade to the people everybody else. So now what's happened is TJ and Iris is able to just slide on in and come right in and not get any of these lashings. Nobody cares if they're real. Nobody cares if they're PR, because guess what? There's been minimal drama with them. This show, see, a lot of y'all are new viewers, right? The show is called Love Island. Back when nobody was watching the show on CBS, it wasn't about the brand deals. You were lucky if you even got up to, at that point in time, I think by like season 2 or 3, like if you got to like 300,000 followers, like that was considered a success. But nothing of the like now to push hard for these Islanders to get 1 million followers or 2 million followers or any of that, that was unheard of until season 6, right? But my point is, yes, there were brand deals, but it was nothing on the level or the notoriety that these Islanders are getting, and I mean starting with season 6 and carrying on to season 7. And I don't understand trying to compare the brand deals or compare what somebody's doing, because you don't know what everybody's objectives are. You don't know. Multiple Islanders might have the same brand deals, but it might be announced at different times. So I never understand throwing shade at a brand deal or trying to call it a Kia brand or trying to down it. But then if your fave gets the brand deal, then you hype it up. No. There's been so much discourse about the other relationships, you guys. Whether they're real, whether they're fake, too much Stan Wars about, the dissolution of friendships, too much family and friends involvement, being messy on social media, y'all spending all these hours on these TikTok lives, gossiping, being messy, and all of this and all of that. And y'all letting TJ and Iris take the crown. Y'all are allowing TJ and Iris to take the crown because you cannot, in November, right before Thanksgiving, you cannot just focus on what your faves got going on. And if they're not posting anything right now, or if they're taking a break or whatever else, you still got to be on the internet, going back and forth with people. For what? You know what I'm saying? Well, like, what are we achieving at this point arguing with people right before Thanksgiving? And the show ended in July. And it's like some of y'all are trying to convince people of your opinions instead of just supporting your fave. and y'all get easily baited into these back and forths. So, and then that brings me to my next point. A lot of people as well, there's always a certain couple that people prefer to have on these shows, on Love Island. And that initially, you know, even though people knew that Pepe and Iris were together for 5 seconds and were the widows, they were willing to push that. They were willing to vote for that, for the sake to have something as close to that in the finale. It happens every season. But none of the less. And they wanted that for season 6. They wanted that with Aaron and Kaylor. But there was too much chaos going on there. So that was not going to happen. There was no way they were making that finale. But now what's happened, because y'all do these fan wars, y'all do these conspiracy, y'all do these fan fictions now production has basically let y'all in on a way, hey, we can manipulate some stuff for y'all come next season and really mess things up for your faves. And that is what I'm not looking forward to. But that is why TJ and Iris have been able to skate through and skate by, because there's not been a lot of drama, there's not been a lot of interviews, there's not been a lot of mess. They've been able to mingle with whoever they've wanted to mingle with, and it's no discourse, it's no drama, and all of the things. Because y'all have allowed an environment for certain Islanders of season 7 to continuously receive hate no matter what. That is the environment that y'all have created. So as a result, people like TJ, people like Iris, and others, a small number of season 7 folks, really aren't getting, like they're all getting hate, they're all getting dragged, but really not on the level of some of these other Islanders, right? So as a result, TJ and Iris can show now the love in Love Island that the people are looking for, that the people vote for every season. And people aren't going to care at this point if they're doing it for clout, if they're doing it conveniently while Beyond the Villa season 2 is filming, if it's contrived, if it's real, if it's fake, if they break up when the show airs. Nobody cares. Because there's minimal drama. And you're not seeing the TJ and the Iris fans on the internet going back and forth with people. But see, other fan bases have made it a point to be known to go back and forth with people. And have not stopped. So when it is constant drama like that every day, it starts to turn people off. And people don't want to see it or hear it, and it's exhausting. And so then it's like, okay, maybe I really wasn't feeling TJ and Iris like that on the show. You know, maybe they were a little boring on the show or whatever else. But really, there's nothing, I mean, you know, why not push them to the top? That's the mentality people are thinking. Why not support them? No matter if it's calculated, no matter if they're doing a similar rollout or strategy as another couple. None of that matters when there's minimal drama. So I'm not surprised that they're going to be official, and it's conveniently around the time that the show is filming for season 2. And I'm not surprised whether this lasts or whether it doesn't last. Because ultimately, most of the US couples do not last, right? We only have a handful of couples that are still together to this day after 7 seasons. And that is for a reason, because at the end of the day, it is a reality show. Yes, some people are there for love, but unfortunately, their partners, or sometimes they're both in on it, they want to see how much money, how many brand deals, how many opportunities they can get out of whatever the arrangement or the agreement is. And then they'll announce their breakup. But the people who are legitimately in it for love and who are in it for real, they're going to try to see this through. They're going to try to see this through for as long as they can, and everything else, if you make it to like at least a year or potentially more, that's a strong sign, right? That's a strong sign. But in the exception of that, we saw in the case of Kenny that some people are willing to fake it up to a year if the opportunities and the checks are still clearing for things. No. So I say that because people are mad, like I said, at the attention that TJ and Iris are getting, and they have 1 million likes or whatever else on their posts. But I'm not surprised that this happened. I'm not surprised this happened because, like I said, the Stan Wars have allowed an environment for you guys to keep fighting over who's better than your fave, who deserves the most out of your fave, and all this and all of that, instead of just supporting your fave. That people like TJ and Iris can just skate on by. And like I said, up until the N-word incident, Huda was able to skate on by. Because all they have to do is be quiet on social media. See, that's the thing too. You know what I'm saying? So they were able to do all this and just skate on by and keep it pushing. But now y'all seeing that some people are not feeling some of y'all couples. Some people are not feeling some of these Islanders on the outside on how they're moving. Not everybody is being authentic, right? And even if TJ and Iris are, gonna play it up, do a little razzle dazzle for the show, do a little, grand gestures for the show, people will accept it, people will allow it, because they're tired of the fighting that's going on the other fan bases. So there's that. That is it. That's all. Es todos, es final, es finito. It's the end of the road. It's the end of the line for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.